Welcome everybody. Welcome to Master Motivators Monday. Welcome everybody. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. Woo, woo. Master Motivators. We're gonna get started with one of the legends, Mr. Les Brown.
Hungry. People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. People that are hungry believe, always strive to get on top in life because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. I didn't do what I'm doing right now because it was hard. How many of you decided not to do something because it was hard? Raise your hands, please. I want you to write this down. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. Complain, point at your circumstances, give up your power, blame the government, blame the economy. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. You gotta be hungry. People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. People that are hungry believe, always strive to get on top in life because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. I didn't do what I'm doing right now because it was hard. How many of you decided not to do something because it was hard? Raise your hands, please. I want you to write this down. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. Complain, point at your circumstances, give up your power, blame the government, blame the economy. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. You gotta be.
Wow, isn't that so true, y'all? Man, if you do what's easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what's hard, then your life will be easy. So every day we gotta wake up, we gotta spread good vibes, we gotta do something that's just a little bit outside of your comfort zone. You wanna get comfortable with being uncomfortable, okay? So it's very important for you to just push a little bit more. So just real quick, let's go ahead and get a little breath in. So we've got some healers on the phone, so I'd love for us to bring in the spirit here today. And we're just gonna want to put in our breath into our bellies and have some intention. So let's go ahead. This is all about healing. So let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and release, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in the love, breathe in the healing, and hold. Set intention for the day, set intention for the week, and release all the negativity, release all the pain, release anything that doesn't serve you, and hold. Have an intention even in the low valleys. And breathe in all the way to the belly. And hold that up in your head, vibrating each chakra, and release anything that doesn't serve you, anything that's not in the healing modality, and hold. Those holding points are real good, setting the intention. And breathe in. Last one. And hold. And release with a sigh. Ashe, it is very important to have healing modalities, which is why I want to introduce to you all this queen here, Sister Shakina Soul. I'm so glad that you are on the phone. Thank you so much for being on here. I would love to introduce Miss Shakina Soul here,
Yes.
all the way from Georgia,
Right.
all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. And I would love to introduce her because she's been doing magnificent, wonderful, amazing work. She's been healing people and she's been a beacon of light in our communities. So I definitely wanted to have her in Master Motivators. We actually met at I'm say it's a high life at the same time as Tassili's, but at Tassili's, and it was a wonderful story because Malachi just her partner just walked up to me and was like, "Hey, man, I thought you were somebody else, and I don't think you're him." And it was just amazing. We just kept on the conversation, and it was like, well, since you do look like him, then what you got going on? And you know, same with me to him. I like to say the same thing. It's like, well, what? Even though I'm not that same person, then what you got going on? So it was just perfect serendipitous moment. You know, something in Shakina's heart. She was the one that brought us together through the spirit, even
Yes.
mistakes. Sometimes a mistake can be a perfect spiritual connection that we actually are embracing. So I'd
Mhm.
love for you to go ahead and let people know who you are, Miss Shakina Soul.
Yes, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. Greetings, everyone. Happy Monday, happy Moon Day. I'm so excited to be here with all of you today. I just want to make sure that you can hear me. So let me know if my sound is a little off or anything. But again, my name is Shakina Soul. I am one half of the co founders of Saha Life, which is a cultural organization, a communal organization that we've been building for the last 2 years. A little bit about me personally. I am a vessel for wellness for our people, for our community. So I teach Zumba. I also teach yoga. Those are my healing modalities, something that I have found to be very useful on my path to growth and development. And now it is something that I willingly share with any and everyone in our community that I can, which is also a major part of Sahala, which is the wellness of our people. So I'm excited to be here today and just share stories, share love, and also share a little bit about the work that we are doing in the community and kind of the trajectory of Saha Life as an organization going forward. So,
Ashay. So going back to you, I love for people to know a little bit more about you because you just skimmed the surface right there. You were like, hey, you skimmed the surface, hey, healing, but it's so much more. You know, I know you're from Atlanta, Georgia, and
Mhm,
we've also connected because you're a musician,
mhm.
you're also an entrepreneur, you're also an educator. So we definitely were resonating in many regards. You've been doing a lot of work in the community. Y'all have been selling products and whatnot. So what are some of the ways that they got you into all this art growing up, and so a little bit more about your past?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking. So my journey started with education. After I graduated high school here in Atlanta, I decided to pursue a degree in psychology, and then I went on to pursue my master's in social work because I really was interested in social justice work. I was interested in how the community functions, why the community functions the way it does, and how we can provide practical and tangible solutions to our community. So I went into that work out in California, worked for quite a few different nonprofits. But also, while I was in the education world, I mainly worked with children. I worked with high schoolers, I worked with middle schoolers and elementary schoolers and their families. I also started to return back to my roots, which was in the creative arts. So I grew up, my father was a musician, and we made music together all the time. I grew up in a choir in church, and so music was really just a big part of my life. So Shakina Soul is my artist name. Well, my first name is Shakina, but Shakina Soul is my artist name, and it is the divine emanation of God is what it means. And through my music, through my creations, I am just a vessel to showcase light, to showcase love, and to showcase unity. So yes, like I have a lot of music that I love to share with people. I have music on all the streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, and also King Julian said, my husband and I, we are what I like to call master creators. So we come together and we've created a lot of different products. We have a water ministry, a water brand, where we deliver water. And we partner with this black-owned spring, black-owned farm that has a wellspring, and we source our water from there. Let's see what else. We also have a natural body butter brand. So it's a medicinal body butter brand that focuses on healing the skin, healing the hair. And also, I have created recently some ancestral affirmation cards as a way to connect deeper with my ancestors, and yeah, to help other people to bridge that gap as well and join me on that journey as well. What else? Yes, like I mentioned,
Zumba.
yes, like I mentioned earlier, Julian actually even helped me with some of my routines. Shout out to King Julian. Yes, okay. So yes, I feel very much so called to be a teacher in this lifetime. So a lot of the work that I do requires me to be a pioneer of sorts, or just to be in the front of the space. So I channel all of that through my Afro Zumba classes, which all of you, well, I know Shonda and Julie have been to my classes before, but it's a way to get excited about wellness and health, and it's a way for us to really reconnect with our bodies, just in a practical way. And I love dancing, and I love the Afro diaspora music. So that's kind of what I incorporate in my classes. I bring those two together, the love of dance and the love of music. And that's where I'm able to really show my fire and really shine in that way. And then a few years ago, I went through a major weight loss journey, which led me down the path of yoga. And so I just felt called to become a certified teacher so that I can also share that gift and that skill with others too. So now I teach yoga online, I also teach on YouTube, and we also have a private studio here that we utilize from time to time for clients or classes. Um, and yeah, I love the practice of really body awareness, body sovereignty, and body empowerment, so that we can be the master, the masters of our own self. So it's a form of self mastery to really know the body and really know how the body and the mind are connected to one another. So, yeah.
I share you. So I was thinking about pulling up your either your Instagram or your wholesale living while you were speaking.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
I didn't ask you at the beginning, but I was just thinking, man, your Instagram so well organized, and you got
Yeah.
some content. So that really leads me to my next question is how you all do. Oh, I'm like, man, I definitely follow her, but it's not like. So my big thing is that y'all do such a great job with communication, and
Mhm.
we actually have a Discord page. But I know Instagram's a great platform too. So how do y'all work on your communication, and what's it like sharing all of this to the world? And you have so many different things here, as you can
Mhm.
see, divine union, daily yoga, plant food, now Friday. Like, man, it's just so amazing all the things that you do. And what's it like having certain platforms of communication?
Yeah, I honestly, so I manage our Sahel Life social media, my personal social media, and our YouTubes. We also have a TikTok that really emphasizes Black love. Um, but Content creation and communications. Well, communications is Malachi's strong skill set. He's a master communicator. It's like, did you go to school for this? Is what it feels like a lot of the times. And so he's really good at crafting words and really good at making sure that we stay in charge of our own narrative, because when it comes to community work, it's important for us to really help the people understand what our goals are and what we're trying to do. So he's really good at the communications part. And I'm also good at being the bridge between the content and the communication. So content creation is really another art form for me. It's something that I love editing videos. I love putting a story together. I love just the whole, idea of creating something that is compelling and something that can speak to people. So that's what you see when I post on my page. It's really intentional and it's thoughtful, and it's a way to communicate stories about who we are, what we do, and why we do it. So I just try to manage my time wisely. And when I get inspired to create, I'll create something, a piece of content, a flyer, maybe a video. I have an idea, and I'll just try to make sure I stay constantly creating so I can keep myself alive in that way.
I so I'd love to highlight some of these programs here. We got the Keys and Deeds, we got Food Co-op. Could you
Mhm.
talk a little bit about some of these experiences that we have available?
Yeah, so with Sahai Life, my husband and I, we started it back in May of 2023. So it's been about 2.5 years now. And it originally started with our retreats. So we wanted to create a cultural community space where we can engage in our Afro-Indigenous practices, drumming, eating our healthy foods, things like going back to our ancient practices of Kemetic yoga, Qigong, Tai Chi. Gathering around a campfire, that whole thing. So we wanted to kind of create momentum through creating the retreat space. And then we moved on to our Wellness Wednesdays because it's like, okay, we want to create a sanctuary for our people to come every week. We started partnering with the Black Achievement Fund to bring the Wellness Wednesdays and the Soul Clinics. Um, and that kind of is what really fostered the community that we see now. And then we moved into our food co-ops. We saw a big need for affordable groceries. We saw the rising cost of groceries and how it just was not sustainable for people to shop alone and still try to save to contribute to a community development. So we moved forward with this idea of the food co-op. And we got introduced to the food distribution center by one of the brothers in the community. He took us on a field trip, and it just clicked to us. It's like, oh man, this could solve the food shortage, quote unquote, right? Or this could solve the issue of or just overpriced produce for our people, and it could double as a way to have healthier initiatives, right? In terms of grocery shopping. So we're choosing fruits and vegetables that are fresher than the ones that you would get, say, at like a food pantry. And so, and it's a way to practice collective economics. So we just saw so many different solutions within the food co-op. So that's something that we run every 2 weeks to every month. And it has been very beautiful to watch the community put their dollars together and believe in this vision of like, yeah, actually, why are we all individually buying groceries that we can buy together for a more affordable price? And just to see people really benefit from it has been such a beautiful thing and very rewarding for us too, and makes us want to continue to expand on it and grow it.
I've definitely benefited from it for
Yes.
sure, man. Y'all,
Yeah,
it's
you're faithful
twenty
with it.
dollars, $20
Yeah.
bucks. Like you can come right here, and it's so easy. Just
Yeah.
you can put in your payment right here. It's a High Life Community Food Co-op, and
Mhm.
it's super easy how to get it, and then it explains exactly how we're gonna distribute it and what the times are and everything. And then we have the types of foods that you were talking about, like the quality and the diversity is very important because a lot of times as vegans or as people who are working on being healthy, you might have a micro diet and you might get stuck on just salad, just kale, just just like one one meal that really suits you. But now
Mhm.
it's a high life, man. When they do those retreats, she is not playing, man. Those retreats, and it's a whole spread just like this, and it's a spread of food, all vegan food, man. Your chia seed pudding, man. I did not know chia seed pudding could be that good, and
Yeah.
y'all be the works, and then the waffles, boy, those
Mhm.
spelt flour waffles, and then fruit spreads, and the date coffee, your new
Mhm.
product that y'all are releasing. There's just so much that I've learned from you all, especially your yoga. This is what the Wellness Wednesdays look like in the Chemic
Mhm.
Club, and that changed the game. Everybody was in here just feeling so amazing. We were on cloud 9, 10, and above. Like Shakina Soul right there in the front. This was the
Mhm.
day they were working on the bands. So she's not just yoga instructor. She's not just doing Afro Zumba. You can see Grand King Malachi back there. Like he's not just the president of the organization. Like these are holistic individuals that tie in many practices and aren't afraid of trying different healing modalities. So I've definitely learned a lot, and even down to the lights and the intention behind everything, and the meetings that we all have where they're throwing out different suggestions and really weighing out each person's ideas. If there's any ideas that come from people, y'all are always y'all always do a great, phenomenal job hearing people out and actually trying things. And man, I could go on, but we get me every week, but every day here at the Chemic Club at BAF Solutions Network. Welcome everybody. If you're just tuning in, it's actually a good time to do this because it is 1:23. So we are right on track, 123, and we are checking in with Shakina Soul on BAS Solutions Network, on air live at the Chemic Club here. And we also have Shakina Soul calling from her office at the Afro Zumba Sanctuary. And speaking of, I'd love to hear a little bit about your connection with Afro Zumba and also some of the Afrocentric practices, especially talking to our viewers here at the Chemic Club.
Yeah, so back in 2024, I became certified to be a Zumba teacher. But I guess what I realized upon certification is that uh, the organization, there wasn't a path for Afro Indigenous people to really express their way of dance and their type of music. So I figured, well, I thank you for the certification, but also I want to bring this back to my people. And so that's why my music for my classes are Afro Caribbean themed, celebrating African artists, celebrating Caribbean artists, and celebrating also Native Indigenous artists of this land too, because people need to know that we are a part of the diaspora of dance, and a part of what we do, how we even have navigated some of the most toughest challenges in our history was through dance, right? Was through using dance practices to call on ancient spirits, to call on our ancestors, and to really connect with our mind and our bodies. So dance is really the biggest practice that I have. I also am a part of an African dance troupe, which is centered around traditional oral history as well as ancient traditional African dances as well. So I like to bring and bridge those things. So even in my classes, I use a lot of our African dance moves, right? And Julian, I know we shared space together with the drum and the dancers with San Conscious. And so a lot of those practices are used to invoke a sense of confidence, a sense of love for our own culture. So that's kind of how Afro Zumba kind of came into play with my life.
Shay, yeah, I got your page up right now, and it's
Yes.
that's a great quote to say. Movement reveals the potential of the mind through exploring the limits of the body, and
Mhm.
then you just say right here more than yoga, and that's exactly
Mhm.
what I just said. So as you see, we're
Mhm.
definitely in synchronicity. A yogic lifestyle offers the power to harness health, freedom, and longevity in the body. In the
Yeah,
body.
that's the goal. Mhm.
It was great. It was great seeing you working with all these different organizations and
Mhm.
groups that we've been a part of, and the shows and presentations that you've been able to curate. Like man, you there's just so many places that you're at, and people really gravitate to you. Like you got such a wonderful spirit, and people you'll see over time, you know, what the community says about you, or what people really feel about you over time.
Mhm.
And over these last few years, nobody's ever said anything bad about you, or
That's true.
anytime there's any situation that comes up, you're always one of the ones that's looking for the solution. So,
Mhm.
of course, want to highlight that with BAF Solutions Network,
Yeah.
you've been providing a lot of solutions. So, what other ways can people see you? Like I know you have home, a sanctuary for your soul. Could you talk a little
Mhm.
bit about how people can work with you as within your healing modalities?
Yeah, I'm absolutely. So I will be stepping to a beautiful portal of motherhood in a few months now. But I am definitely still taking personal clients. So these offerings you see are my dance classes. I have a yoga class. I also have a 4-week wellness plan. So if you're looking to just immerse yourself in wellness regarding yoga and Zumba practices, or you're interested in using those two healing modalities together to either reach a fitness goal, a weight loss goal, or just overall health goal. I definitely am still offering that. I also offer virtual meditation classes. So, again, focusing on the mind and body connection is my life's work. And so, you can definitely book a class. At any time. I usually host a class on Wednesdays. And yeah, so that's that. I also have a new offering that I think it has its own page on my website, but I recently just created some ancestral affirmation cards. So affirmations have become a really big thing over the last, oh, actually, before I say that, could you go to the YouTube channel tab?
Yep.
Yeah. So I have a YouTube channel, and I have probably about 10 yoga classes on the channel. So if you're just looking for a space where you can get a beautiful black queen on YouTube that does yoga and teaches from all different types of subject matters, you can subscribe to my page. Of course, YouTube is always free, and the classes range from you can have a short class, 8 minutes, to a class for up to 30 minutes long. So it really depends on what you need for that day and what you're feeling for that day. And all of my thumbnails look like this, so you'll know it's me when you see it. Um,
Hey, you
yes.
talking about your divine femininity, like you are about to become a mother, and
Yeah.
I think it's great to highlight some of the divine femininity and also masculinity with
Mm-hmm.
y'all's practices, man. And what's in my mind right now is at the
Mm-hmm.
High Life retreat when y'all got married, y'all came in on these horses, and it was just out of nowhere. Like y'all didn't tell anybody there was gonna be horses,
Right.
so we were all like, what's about to happen? Oh, okay, yeah, I remember them saying something about a marriage ceremony or something, and
Right.
nobody was expecting y'all to come in on horses, and it was so divine, just such a beautiful sight to see. And I'd love for y'all to highlight. I'd love for you to highlight some of the divine feminine that you've been working on, and
Mhm.
different ways that you've been able to become a master motivator in the feminine, right? And then also for the males, man, even
Mhm.
man, the male ceremony, the male retreat that y'all hosted,
Mhm.
man, it was beautiful as well. Like y'all really made us feel like kings, and y'all just gave love without any return. We were all like asking, like, oh, you need help or so? You need us to do that? You need a hand? And he's
Right. Put
like,
that
nah,
down.
chill out. This is us giving back to y'all. Just chill
Yeah.
out. Just relax. Just sit here. Y'all gave massages, and y'all
Mhm.
gave more practical ways of healing ourselves, and the community that we all have is just such a loving community. So love to hear some of your inputs.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for just your support and your verbal affirmations. I really appreciate them. When Malachi and I started this organization, and we met pretty quickly, and we knew it was a calling for us to start a life together. Our biggest thing has been family, and everybody understanding their divine assignment. So in terms of my femininity and how that's developed over time has really been a reflection of my masculine as well. But I have this term called supreme femininity, right? So I think about all of the facets of what it means to incarnate as a feminine being on this planet. I think about, well, how well mastered do I want to be in who I come to be, as a feminine being. And a part of my journey is to embrace my femininity with open arms and find a way to teach women and other people about how to embrace their femininity as well. So motherhood has been kind of my current assignment. We have a 7-year old who I homeschool. So it's really putting a lot of love, intention, and care into even just our instructions, our assignments, and practicing patience, practicing nurturing, compassion, and love through the gift of teaching, through the gift of sharing wisdom and knowledge with our son. And then with my pregnancy, just learning how to surrender and flow with what is happening for me, and how much of a gift it is that I'm receiving through understanding how the body on a higher level is so intelligent and so beautiful, how our bodies as mothers is so powerful that we can hold a whole life in our bodies. So that's been a very feminine practice that I have found a lot of enjoyment in. I know this isn't the case for every woman, but my pregnancy has been very smooth and calm and relaxing and transformative. And it's really been a spiritual initiation because I came into the space with the intention that I would allow it to transform me. So I think femininity a lot for me has been about how do I trust again? How do I have faith? How do I have more compassion for not just others, but myself, and more grace and more presence for my journey? And then in terms of Malachi, my partner, he's right there. He is the opposing, or the complementary principle, the divine masculine. So he holds the space for me to really become and embody my full nature of the feminine presence. So he holds the structure, he creates the order, he creates the balance that allows me to play my role, of course, because a strong family has roles. They have rules and they have things that they align with so that everything can continue to run smoothly. So he has been really my guiding light in this journey to deepen my femininity. And I have given him the space also to create structure around our lives together. So we just play our roles really well, and we constantly keep ourselves alive so that we don't grow stagnant, or ever feel that we're at the end of the line or we're at the finish line, because we know this is an ever evolving journey. We do our best to stay humble, and I think that's why it's easy for us to have compassion for our community, and it's easy for us to also stay in the space of solutions instead of complaints. Because we just are in that spirit of evolution. We're in the spirit of continuing to move forward, continue to grow in our respective roles and responsibilities.
Yeah, that's amazing. One thing I was just thinking about, you were talking about being humble, and I'm family oriented as well, and
Mhm.
have been able to build family and community because of my family aspect and my home environment. So I am proud to announce that I am living at the Sahai Life House. So the Sahai House. So we are
Yes.
we're excited. Sahai, and we
Uh-huh.
are we are excited to provide these type of services. Like I stopped on this picture because this was actually at the Sahai Life House, and it was a great time to be a part of, and seeing how the Wellness Wednesdays got started at the
Mhm.
home, and was able to provide a space. So we've actually been working on collective economics and providing these type of spaces through our home environment. So we're
Mhm.
actually creating a life of coming together, community, working together for simple things, just whenever Nami, Malachi's son, is working on his schoolwork, then I went on and wanted to volunteer my services and wanted to work together, because that's just what we do. And
Mhm.
it was namaste. They saw the light in me, and I see the light in them. So it's always been namaste. We've been able to support with drums and drones for implementing more STEM technology, and weather wherever Wednesdays at the Sahai Life House. So every Wednesday at 10:30, we go ahead and talk to Nami, and we're able to talk about science. We're able to talk about our environment, our world, our entire environmental justice applications that I've been able to learn, and we're feeding into the next generation. And you've been doing that. You've been teaching, and so I I'd love to hear how your home environment is plays such a vital role in fostering amazing energy. But
Absolutely. First, I just want to say, Julian, you have been a incredible teacher. Like every time he comes back from your drums and drones classes on Wednesdays, he's super excited to share with me about what he's learned and what he knows. And I got to play a drone, and it's like, in what world? I'm thinking about, if you would have told me 5 years ago, hey, when you have children, they're gonna be learning about drones, they're gonna be learning about the weather, they're gonna be learning about science. I was like, okay, how? Like, I don't know anyone, And so the way Spirit has orchestrated this beautiful family connection that we share at the house in a way that we can actually do the work in real time. So that you have committed yourself and your time to our son and the community in that way to offer children something different, because the mainstream it's sports, I'm gonna be an athlete or I'm gonna be a rap, musician. So for him and other children like him to have exposure to new ways of living and new experiences is so important to the evolution of our children. Like you said. Also another thing with the Sahai House, this gave us the opportunity to really heal the family trauma, because A lot of us come from backgrounds where we were unseen, unheard. We didn't have the language to speak up for ourselves, or, maybe our parents were working all the time, and, or maybe we were violated, or whatever the case may be. But coming into this space, we wanted to create a container of conscious communication, having compassion and having grace for one another, rewriting some of those old stories, having more evolved reactions to things so that we can continue to build and make solutions. We can continue to focus on the greater good of the collective. So, anybody who has come has been able to really benefit from the work that Malachi and I have been doing, and as individuals, that led us together to start this community organization. Um, so we want our people to feel that they can trust their community again. And I think that's what the Sahai Life House allows, is for us to practice fostering trust, for us to practice developing better communication, for us to practice feeling safe again and feeling the love of a family that maybe some of us never had. So it's been very beautiful for us to have this experience in the house, doing what a lot of people might have anxiety or hesitation about, which is living together in one space. It is definitely a courageous thing to do in this time, but we are still in strong belief of unity of our people. And so, what better way to show that than live together in real time and create a practical solution that also allows people to have more affordable rent. When we're working together and we're putting our money together, um it's so much easier to navigate these spaces because everybody is also benefiting from it as well. Outside of the non-tangible things, people also get affordable rent. We share resources, we share utilities. So it's not like five different people are in their own house trying to come and uh you know lower the cost of living, but we're doing it together. So.
Yeah, 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 for sure. That is
Mhm.
very important. Like the amount that we're paying, like it's going into like social justice and environmental justice. It has to
Mhm.
do with your entire environment. So your land, your food co-op, your water, Marcus
Mhm.
Garvey, FMG, um, Hosea JMG, Hosea
Mhm.
Garvey, water, the air, just our environment, working together, having the optimal air quality with like having plants around and having a
Mhm.
sanctuary. And I will bring up our flyers because I really want y'all to see like just something, and we showed it a little second ago. You were able to see it on the Instagram, but I'll pull up the full image here, and just want to create an opportunity to show people, what it could be like. Like you say, it's not us wanting to get over on anybody or anything about there's no greed or anything. Like everybody's always looking for a positive way to input, like the cleaning situation and anything with trash and doing the dishes or just simple things where you may think that could like tear you apart. Like I don't know why people aren't able to really work together that easily. To in my perspective, like being in family, you just you work together. That's just what you do. It's all love. Is That's a part of why I was saying like, man, y'all's communication is on point because y'all don't make anybody mad. Like it's always a wonderful experience being able to see you all work together. So I have the flyers up now, and there's Nami. There's Nami went on and brought the drone class video. So um, this is what it looks like when we're working together, just having conversation, and he's able to fly it, and we're able to chat and learn a little bit more. And then when he flies it, then he's able to really see this type of experience and able to actually see what it looks like from up above. And like you say, for a child to see something like this, imagine we don't even have to say the sky is the limit. Like look, we're going
Yeah.
past what we thought. Right, going past the limit. I have a dream to play the drums in space. So
Hmm.
even talking about it with children really makes people's mindsets change. And here are the flyers right here. Here's our new food co-op flyer. Look at that. That is beautiful. Every first and third Sunday, as you can see, we have our information there, and you can go ahead and scan the QR code, and you can also donate. I'd love for you all to donate to Sahai Life. There's even more that we haven't even mentioned, y'all. Like there's even more. There's wood making classes. There's the education, more classes that we've been able to partner with more people. We've been able to highlight different aspects of life in many regards through making music, through dance, businesses. We all have businesses, so we all work together. The landscaping, the trucking, like anything that you need, we really do got it. So there's
Absolutely.
needs. So as we are, so it's 1:47. I got a few minutes. I could show some of the. Nah, let's just go ahead. I was thinking about the retreats. I'd love to show some of the retreats, but I think I'll save that for next time. Show the retreats, because hey, they'll be back, y'all. Like we got more time. They're definitely in the community, but I think it'd be great to hear what motivates you and how do we motivate others.
Mm. Wow, that's a great question that I've been exploring lately. And I think my motivations have definitely changed over the years. What motivates me is seeing a tangible difference around me in my community. Um, just being able to witness the change of hearts of people, to be able to witness the healing of people's bodies and minds, really motivates me to continue to do the work that I'm doing. And yeah, to know that I'm making a difference in the world, even if it's my world or even if it's the world, just simply my neighbor next door and my neighbor down the street, to know that I have served a purpose in the lives of those around me. So that's, I feel, what really motivates me. Movement motivates me, and evolution motivates me as well. And what was your second question?
And what are you pretty much been answering it. What are some ways that we can motivate others?
Oh yeah, for sure. Find your gifts and don't be afraid to use them, and find worthiness in yourself so that you are not held back by your own thoughts about what you are allowed and not allowed to do with your gifts. They are yours and they are meant for the collective. So the more we share our gifts, the more we share what we came here to do, the more motivated we become as a community.
Ashe. So, is there anything else that you want the people to know?
Yeah, one more thing. I recently created I was trying to say this earlier, but we kind of we went somewhere else. I
My
recently
apologies.
No, you good. You good. It was great. It was exactly how it needed to happen. So it was perfect. I recently created an affirmation deck called 33 Ancestral Affirmations. And this deck was created in one of my healing sessions that I had. And it really just gives you affirmations that are very like they're commands, and so think about your grandmother, your grandfather speaking to you. And just to give you an example, this one says, let go. What is this blurry? My thing won't let me show y'all, but it says, let go gracefully. You don't need to grip what no longer honors you. And so I create these cards just to give us a reminder of who we are and the power that we heard that we hold, the power of the tongue, and how we can literally utilize our voices and our expression to help heal us. And so these cards are just a reminder of that. It's wisdom that walks with you. You can find them on my website. This is also a part of our fundraising initiatives. A percentage of them does go to Sahai Life. So you can find them on my website. Actually, it's the homepage now because I'm in promotion season. And you can purchase a deck of your own. You can use these in meditation. You can use these during your yoga. You can use these, every day you wake up if it's a part of your prayer. However you see fit to use these cards, just to remind you of who you are, the power that you hold, and the power of your expression as well. Just wanted to
Ashe.
mention that.
So I will show, I got it pulled up now. So I will go ahead and show your cards here real quick, and then
Okay.
also a couple videos that shows what you're about. So here are the cards. These cards are Living Wisdom, a testimonial from Bryce. The ancestral affirmation cards, only 25 bucks. You can go to wholesoulliving.com and you'll see that right there. Look at that, dressed like royalty. Look how beautiful that looks. Your presence is the ceremony. I shade. So wholesoulliving.com. And then also, look at this. We got pull one out the vaults right here.
Wow. Okay. Go, go, go.
Okay. I know, right? I had to
So much fun.
do a cliffhanger style. But
Yes.
look at all these moves. Like every song has different moves too. So
Mhm.
here,
One,
Oh,
two,
and
three,
when they
four.
call
Okay.
rap,
For the fellas, two, two.
so then she does a great job just teaching people, and look how much fun everybody's having. Even the guys, like she was saying. Like she was saying, even us guys are in that thing
Mhm.
good, and it just really helps. So as you can see, she's doing different stretches, and it's more holistic. It's more there's the tribe. Hey,
Yay! Look at us.
so, yeah, so I
So
was able to
beautiful.
drum. I love being able to drum with and for you, and everybody there. Just different folks that I was talking about. Just all kind of different healers and different educators, and there's BAF members. Just
Yes.
folks that we all come together. So wanted to highlight that, and then also, man, here are some of those retreats that were just so amazing. I remember our yoga ceremony, our Tai Chi. Look at that, all that tribe. And then we're all coming together on this beautiful land right here. So we're just having fireside conversations and by a lake, and it's so wonderful going tenting with you all. And that was the first one. And then even the second one in the woods, man. That was dope too. We were feeling good. We had folks dancing. We had the Lotus tent. This was right after she took down the Lotus tent,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Like man, when she had the Lotus tent, and I wish I got it while the Lotus tent was up, but here you see us just enjoying each other and just enjoying each other's company and good food. Had everything set up, had tents, the fire, just all kind of great stuff. So,
Mhm.
man, that those were some of the things that I wanted to show y'all. We've been able to capture some of the essence of just Afrocentric love practices, and I like this video, the
That
low
is
video
nice.
right here, and the yoga mats. You can see that, and just like we like to say, we don't just talk about it, we bout it. And Sahai Life is bout it. Sahai Life don't just talk about it. Nah, it's like, what are the ways that we can incorporate play? What are the ways, as you see everybody having fun over there on the swing? What are the
Mhm.
ways we can incorporate business? What are the ways we incorporate rest?
Yeah.
Uh, Activity, being active. So it's just a wonderful way of bringing in together music and look at that.
Yes.
It's like, just being in full balance and flow. Hairstylist, shout out Ashley, hairstylist, shout out, shout out everybody in here, everybody doing,
That's so beautiful.
everybody be doing great things. So that are, oh wow, I forgot about some of these pictures. Look at that. Look at that
The
divine
joy
feminine.
on their faces.
Just glowing. Just everybody's having a great time. So it's just
Absolutely.
a magnificent feeling, and working together. So I won't
Brothers.
take too much more of the time, but just want to share some of these while I have the opportunity here, and this won't be the last time. We're all working together, so
Absolutely. We'll be back 2026.
yeah. Right
Another
after,
one.
what's the name of your child gonna be? What is there?
We're
Y'all
not
just
sure because
right, the gender reveal. What's the gender reveal party?
we are still deciding if we're gonna even reveal the gender. I don't know actually. My mother's the only one on this earth that knows the sex of the baby.
Okay.
So we're still deciding if we're gonna do the gender reveal at the baby shower on the 9th. So I'm still praying on it. I haven't decided just yet. I don't know if I want it to be a surprise or not.
Yeah.
Um, but I've been saying it's a girl this whole time, so we'll see.
Yeah, I like surprises.
Me too. Me
I like
too.
surprises. I like when you just work together. It's like you give people gifts, not just on
Mhm.
their gender, but like even if we do a party, then it'll
Mhm.
be more intentional on just giving love for that person as a person, as opposed to it being like, oh, I gotta do more because it's a girl. Oh, I gotta do more because it's a guy. I gotta do this because
Right.
I gotta make sure that he knows, his manhood. It brings in more things rather than just saying, oh, you know what, this would be good for anybody. This would be good for everybody.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
y'all have been doing that, and y'all have been doing a miraculous job. Thank you so
Mhm.
much for being on the BAF Solutions Network. So,
Yes, proud BAF member. Let's go.
the last thing, the way that we end all of our Master Motivators Mondays is with a 1, 2, 3 Master Motivators. So I'd
Mhm.
love to bring you in. We huddle in together and we say 1, 2, 3, Master
Master motivator.
Motivators!
Yay.
Woo! Great job. Thank you so much for being here, Shakina Soul. Much
Thank you for
love.
having me. Much love to you all. Have a great week.